alive is one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little check.
My time is coming, but the ones that hate just don't know it yet. They gon' beg and cry, cause I will not forgive them, and now they regret. But the damage is done with your name on the hit list, it's time for revenge. I done told you, I warned you too many times, but you can't comprehend. With this black fist of mine, ain't no way to prepare for it. Knock you out the Yo Bomb Squad, the world know it. I speak it, believe it, receive it, so what more can I say? I've been knocking cowards out to this day. They call it the right hand of God, they know what the damage it do. I speak it, believe it, receive it, not only talking, I'll be showing the proof. But still they deny I'm the best, everyone I fought I put them to rest. How many fighters do I have to run through in order for you to admit I'm the best? All they doing throwing dirt on my name, own kind trying to put me to shame. All I ever did was speak up and show my love, pray my people will use their brain. Drug me and cheat, it don't matter cause I'm back on my feet. Back in the gym to turn up that heat, damn devil gon' get put to sleep. He's done. Sick of the racist acts, why the media keep ignoring facts? I represent this country as a champ, don't want me cause my spirit's strong, plus I am black. Y'all know what I mean when I say, this country ain't fair to this day. Don't matter who's next, they hitting the ground, I promise that I'm here to stay. They can't ignore me for long, Bomb Squad, we coming strong. How the hell did it take this long for y'all to know the shit that Fury was on? He must have been paying y'all good to hush and keep all this shit on the low. But I won't back down or stay on the ground, and that I think you all know. My time is coming, but the ones that hate just don't know it yet. They don't know it yet. They gon' beg and cry, cause I will not forgive them, and now they regret. Oh no. But the damage is done with your name on the hit list, it's time for revenge. Oh no. I done told you I warned you too many times, but you can't comprehend. With this black fist of mine, ain't no way to prepare for it. Knock you out the Yo Bomb Squad, the world know it. I speak it, believe it, receive it, so what more can I say? What can I say? I've been knocking cowards out to this day.
I have a lot of people around me, positive energy, positive speaking, positive believing. Until that energy is broken, and then there's consequences behind that action.
You said that your people have been fighting for 400 years.
And your people too. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man. Don't sit up here and try to bait and not know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I talk about when I say these things. Your people too. Go look up the history. Shit, hey, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's go, man. To this day.
We getting close. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. We getting straight to it, man. Let's bring in our guest. Elijah Pierce in the building. Salute, bro.
Yes, sir. My guy.
What's good? What's good?
And I'm glad to be back, man, for sure.
Glad to have you back, man. You got some work coming up.
Man.
Let's get it, man. What you got?
Man, I'm trying to. I gotta be a little bit more patient, man. My manager, you know what I'm saying? He want me to keep it a little low until we get a little bit more confirmation on it. But trust me, like, you're gonna be the first to know. Like I said, y'all, your fans, fan base and everything, man. Like y'all haven't done nothing but showing me support since I was on the first time. You know what I'm saying? I mess with you. Like I said, you real good dude. So best believe, like I said, I'm hoping today will be that day, you know, where everything will be confirmed and we can get it lined out. But like I said, man, you know, I'm keep it on ice for now. But
right.
It's all good.
That's what's up. You know, we here, baby. We here. And you know, we support because boxing is really effed up right now. And it's at the point where there's only about maybe 6 or 7 fighters that we really get behind and support, yourself included. I'd say about maybe 8. Outside of that, this sport is a pain in the ass. It's a threat to our tolerance. You understand? So I was just telling the audience, man, what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start talking to the guys coming through the ranks, because we don't know where the next star is, man. I believe you're the next star. And for those of you that don't know, and I'm sorry I skipped the roll call this morning. You know, we had to get to the business. Let me pull up your gram right here. Pull up your gram. I'm on the gram right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, all right, this our good brother Elijah Pierce. All right. I'll just quote what you said when I asked what your style's like. If y'all remember the Drunken Master, Emmanuel Augustus, if you enjoy Did he just knock this nigga into a split?
Come on, man. Like I said, those good fighters too. I know a lot of people in the comments and shit, they try to discredit it. Man, I don't. One thing about me, I really don't even like posting highlights on dudes who can't fight. Like all them dudes that I post, they can fight. They real good fighters. Most of them is pros. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of them. I'm like that for real.
Yo, man. And for those that don't know, what's your weight class? Where you fighting at?
Oh, I'm at 122, super bantamweight. I mean, but honestly, to keep it a bean, like my whole career, I always fought up. I know people have not heard of a 122-pound fighter, natural 122-pound fighter, fighting at 126, 130, 135, and still knocking people out. I'm 16-2, 14 knockouts. And y'all can go check my box rec. I've been fighting at 30, damn near majority of my career. I just went to 22 because I actually I wasn't knowledgeable. Not everybody is, you know what I'm saying? Where I come from Oklahoma City, you know, small state. We're not a boxing state. I never knew about cutting heavy weight and going all crazy. Whatever. Even when I was in the amateurs, I didn't really cut weight. That's why I fought at 132. You know, I fought at 123 and then 132. You know, I wasn't knowledgeable.
Wow. Now, 122. What's the landscape in 122 right now?
Really, to me, the only, you know, the credible fighters are the two world champions. I guess, you know, Stephen Fulton and MJ, whatever that dude, that Uzbekistan guy, whatever his name is, and
yeah, I can't even say that dude's name.
Yeah, and then honestly, the guy that I'm fighting April 22nd, honestly, I feel like the guy I'm fighting April 22nd is probably one of the toughest fights in that division, just because he can box. But other than that, even he's not even at the top. All the guys before him, all the Hispanic fighters, mostly Golden Boy fighters, they at the top of the division. And honestly, I'll run through all their ass, to be honest, like straight up, like. I'm not even really worried about the Hispanic fighters, to be honest. I mean, once I get past this dude April 22nd, yeah, that's him right there.
Man, yeah.
Once I get past him, it's over with. That division is mine.
I've seen him before. Now, you know, I knew about, you know, Stephen Fulton and stuff like that. You know, excluding them because he got some work coming up, allegedly, with Monster Nui, and I'm sure you know the latest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now before I give my opinion on it, let me get your opinion on it. What do you think about with Nui postponing the fight? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really thinking too deep into it. I heard they already got a renewed date, so I don't think it's nothing like dealing with nobody ducking or nothing like that. At least I don't think so. But I mean, you know, after they get theirs out the way, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. I'm trying to get mine. So
yeah.
Shit, if I can be next up, you know, and challenge the winner, or you know what I'm saying, I'm sure Fulton probably gonna go up after whether he wins or loses, and I know Inoue, you know, he'll stay. So if Inoue does win, shit, I hope I can get a crack at him, because I think I'll beat him for sure.
Dude, I can't confirm, or I can't deny or confirm anything, but I'm hearing people say Inouye, and I looked at it, I peeked at his box rec. I don't recognize any Black American, let me be specific, any Black American fighters on his box rec, which gave me reasonable cause to believe that he had to have some different kind of sparring getting ready for Cool Boy Steph. And it's possible. Do you think it's possible that the sparring that he had brought in, he might have been getting his ass kicked in sparring, and it's like, yo, we ain't never dealt with this before, so we need as much time as possible? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. I think, yeah. I've seen. Okay, what's funny, because I've actually it's kind of the same thing with a lot of these London fighters, these fighters from Great Britain or whatever. I got about 3 offers to fight different ones, and they all turned me down instantly. Boom, like hell no, we do not want them problems. So and every time I check their box rec, they've never fought an American black fighter. It's always, if they do fight a black fighter, it's always one from Africa or, you know.
Yeah. The style's different.
Yes, exactly. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, like, you know, growing up, I noticed, like, give you an example, Ike Cortez style. Ike Bazooka Cortez, for those of you that remember him, he had a legendary fight against Oscar De La Hoya. And I tell y'all, Oscar's a weirdo, but I ain't got nothing to say bad about his boxing career. Oscar was a warrior, he's a Hall of Famer. If you go back and watch Ike Bazooka Cortez versus Oscar De La Hoya, that was a boxing match that turned into a fight later. Great fight. If you watch Ike Cortez's style, it's very similar to Josh Clottey. That's like an African style. They have a high guard. It's similar to how Winky Wright used to fight. Very similar. Not the same, but very similar. Wow. But Winky Wright fighting in a high guard, he started doing that later in his career. But when we say Black American style, Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, how the hell did you train for Roy Jones Jr.? How did you do that in your prime? Who do you get to spar to simulate Roy Jones?
Ali, Pernell.
How do you train for that?
You can't.
You can't train for that. You literally have to go to the hood, right? And go to, back in the day, you had to go to the gyms and look around and say, you know what? Him, and him. And what's normalized for us, people in other countries never seen this shit before. All right? Now, look, it's not racist, it's true. How do I know that's true? What was said in the Top Rank offices? I play it all the time. At the Top Rank offices, I don't know if you ever heard this before. Let me see if I can pull it up here. You know there's a no black fighter rule in Top Rank? Did you hear about that?
No. Word.
Yeah, bro. Let me just pull that up there. You heard of Cameron Duncan?
You said Cam McDuncan?
Cameron Duncan. He used to work for Top Rank.
Oh, no.
Let me play this. Cameron Duncan was a CO at I forgot his position. He was a matchmaker at Top Rank. And well, let me just play this. Let me see if is this the one. Let me see.
Take on Al Heyman, basically pushing or.
No, that's not it. Let me see. I think it's this one.
I searched high and low to get your contact information, and I was talking. I'll tell you off air who it is. I won't say it on camera, but feel free to ask me. So I called the Mayweather gym, and they says, Fred, if I give you this number, you have to ask them this question. And I says, okay, what's the question? And they said, ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters, and they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter, we don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth?
You didn't get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever. And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about. And he used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters. And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, you know, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, and ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted. And he said, and so they have speed, and better to stay away from them. Nothing personal. So I said, okay. And I've lived by that. And, you know, I don't want to sound like some weird guy, but, you know, you're trying to be safe with your guys. And so, yeah, there is a thing about that.
Wow.
What? That was Cameron Duncan. That wasn't me. I couldn't believe what I heard. I couldn't believe it. I said, whoa, someone's admitting. I suspected it. We suspected it. Now someone actually said it. I said, oh, shit. Look at that. A bit of truth, right? So when we say that these people from across the pond and everywhere else, they come to the gyms. You'd be surprised. You go to these gyms and be like, yo, they called me to go help spar Manny Pacquiao. Like, what? You for what? Because they never seen that shit before. And the reason why I'm bringing up a Nui is that I'm pretty sure they got a hold of some guys that were whooping his ass. And they were like, whoa. And we're fighting this guy? Hold on. It's a possibility they need a little more time to work on some shit. The other thing is, of course, because boxing is dangerous, he might need some time to cycle off some bullshit. You know, he might need some time. And I don't put that past anybody. I think he might need some time to cycle off some shit. I saw the super chats. I'm gonna get to them in a second. And salute to the family. We just cooking right now. That's a possibility because I trust no one. It's a possibility he might be cycling off some stuff. All right. The other reason why I believe he might be cycling off some shit is because the injury they said he had. He said he had a hand injury. What I didn't know up until last year is hand injuries are the hardest to prove. And that's what he said he has. Not a twisted ankle or, you know, COVID or nothing. He said he has a hand injury. Now, the reason why I went off on that is because the good brother Charles Conwell. Do you know Charles Conwell? Do you know him?
I mean, I don't know him personally, but yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Well,
last year, he admitted that he fucked off an entire event where he was the main event off the advice of a manager that he was working with. His payday for that event was $40,000. And that manager told him, yo, why do that when you could do the co-main event and make $80,000 somewhere else and fight a lesser opponent? Now, mathematically, I understand the business of boxing. I get it. Go for the bigger bag. I get it. I don't tell people how to eat. I get it. I understand the business of boxing, but you can't make me like it. So what he did was he says, all right, cool. How do I get out this fight? You fake an injury, hand injury. Why? The management team and Charles Conwell admitted in an article, yo, I faked an injury to get out of that event. And he was the main event, $40,000, right? Faked the hand injury, and he was going to fight a lesser opponent on the undercard of guess what event? The Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight. When it was on Triller, though. And what happened? Teo caught COVID. They scrapped that event. So he didn't get $80,000. He didn't even get $40,000. He got no money.
Damn.
And he was on there talking about, I got to pay bills and shit like that. I said, well, motherfucker, you shouldn't have fucking lied about the first event. Because Teofimo Lopez put off Kambosos like 5 or 6 times. Right? So then he lies about a hand injury. And here's the fucked up part. When they scrap an event, it's not only the main event you're paying to see. There's like 5 or 6 fights there.
Yeah.
Nobody ate. They didn't say we have no main event, so we're going to go ahead and have the co-main be the main. Everybody was coming to see Charles Conwell. Nobody
ate. Scrapped the whole event.
They scrapped the whole event. I think his brother-in-law or some shit, a relative of his was on the event. All right? He didn't get paid. Nobody on undercard got paid. The people that sell the popcorn, no one got paid because of him. So when you do things like that, look, Tyson Fury, he caught COVID, right? How many people in the chat had the plane tickets ready to go in July? Wilder Fury 3. People called out of work. They booked rooms and hotels. They weren't giving refunds. Some people just went ahead to Vegas that weekend. Other people was like, I can't go. They lost $5,000. My brother Trill Will lost like $4,000. Lost. No refunds. You understand?
Yeah.
So you think he gave a shit? Now, for all of that to happen, and Fury, by the way, was seen, he said the whole camp, COVID was going through the whole camp, right? They hit up Big Baby Anderson and said, yo, you all right? You got COVID? He says, no, I'm on my way home. I ain't got COVID. They said, so shit, okay. We'll talk to, let's talk to Joseph Parker because he's in the camp. He has COVID. Wait a minute. He's at the UFC event with no fucking mask. They said, yo, you got COVID? He said, this is the first time I'm hearing it. Wait a minute. We just heard the whole camp had COVID. 2 sparring partners, no one got COVID. And then we see Tyson Fury walking around the Vegas Strip, maskless, renting cars, taking pictures with people. Gets on a plane, flies out to the UK to see his sick daughter, comes back, right? The week of the fight or the day of the fight, he gets these injections that no one knows what the fuck it is. And all I know is that it was round 11, and he's bouncing around like it was round 1. 6'9", 300 pounds. You want to tell me he ain't cycled off for some shit?
Man.
See? You see? So now, I said all that to say this. Inui has a hand injury. Does he really? I don't know.
Such, yeah, it's such. It's definitely such.
This is a dirtbag game. Thank you, Ricky. After knocking him on his ass twice, the man gets up a round later like nothing happened. Knockdowns? What knockdowns? Are we supposed to believe this shit? And this guy has a history of cheating? This sport is a dirtbag sport. And I protect the integrity of a lot of black fighters, but when I found that shit out about Charles Conwell, I was like, come on, bro. I had to talk about it. Who would I be not talking about that? If I was on that undercard and then I found that out later, I'd have been like, yo, come on, man. I was about to make $5,000. I needed that. And you lied. It's not like you was really injured. You lied to go make bread elsewhere. God damn. Cut me a check. Well, I'm sorry he couldn't do that because Teofimo caught COVID. You see? He ain't make no money. And see, that's God right there. That's God. That's all. That was all God. You sure you don't want to do this event? Okay, go ahead and see if you can make that money over there. Come on, man. And by the way, no one believed that Teofimo even had COVID. No one believed that he had COVID when he said he had COVID. And then when he finally fought George Kambosos, what happened? He lost. See? The universe don't lie. Universe don't lie.
It's a fact, man.
Now.
Spitting right now.
Now. Have you been keeping up what's going on with Deontay Wilder?
Nah, I just kind of peeped what happened with that. I'm like, okay, so, like, I don't know. It just seemed like right now, like it's just crazy all over. Like like literally, that's why when I was tuning in yesterday, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yo,
like,
bro, I'll just say this: what's happening now? We got. I mean, fuck it. I'm gonna lean on the point. There's 4 white undefeated champions. Each one of those guys are 1 fight away from undisputed. There's no popular demand for them to fight. None. They have no star power. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I got beef with one guy, Fury. I don't like him. I ain't got no problem with Usyk. I ain't got no problem with Beterbiev or Bivol. I like those guys. They cool in the gang for me. All right. But it's funny how you got those 4 white fighters and there's no popular demand. But for how many years we had to deal with Deontay Wilder? Oh, he got skinny legs. Oh, my God. He's the brokest heavyweight in the world. He can't sell out Alabama. Nobody likes him. It was all bullshit. Fast forward to now. He's so popping right now. That they flew him down to Saudi and gave him a lot of gems. I ain't gonna get into the gems they gave him. They gave him a lot of gems, and they're willing to cut him a check for his next fight to be in Saudi. And he got on 78 Sports TV's channel and said, I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know who ducked me. All right? And what's next, we don't know. But Tay Jones said, if you watch the rankings, you could kind of tell. My brother L Dub said the same thing. If you watch the rankings, you could kind of tell. Now, Fury and Usyk are supposed to be doing some business. Last Friday was the deadline. Then they said it extended it. And then Aegis Clemus came out and said, hey, this shit is done. Fury don't want to fight. So I said, I said, what the fuck? What's happening there? So Usyk, there's no popular demand to get Undisputed done. And of course, ain't no one gonna lean on Fury to say, yo, man, just fight him. It's Undisputed. There's no popular demand for that. No one cares because, you know, he can do whatever. He has a complexion for the protection. So you're left wondering what's possibly next. And I'm looking, and this motherfucker, Undisputed is not next. Daniel Dubois is in line, but he's having surgery. Joe Joyce would make sense, but that don't move the needle. So where can Usyk get the biggest bang for his buck? Bomb Squad. Now, let me tell y'all about the universe. And I hope y'all listening. Smash my mother effing like button. How many people we got in here? 114 people. I need 114 likes. Let me be very clear. Let me tell y'all about the universe. It's never on our time. It's never on. God's going to do a lot of shit that we don't. We were like, why is this happening? I already gave out a Bernard Hopkins analogy. Why is this happening? God right now is like, chill, y'all. Time reveals all truth. Chill. Just wait a minute. Deontay's going to knock the shit out of Usyk. If that fight is etched in stone, Deontay going to knock the shit out of him. You know how I know this? And this is no disrespect to Usyk. But when Deontay entertained, he said, man, don't nobody want to fight me at heavyweight. I'm going to have to go down to cruiserweight to get work. Y'all went crazy. The haters went crazy. Oh, my God. He's going to go down and bully the cruiserweights. He's a heavyweight. Knowing that man walk around like at 200 pounds. Knowing that he named one fighter at heavyweight that Deontay Wilder outweighed. Never. All of those guys was on average 20 pounds heavier than him. On average. Everybody was heavier than him. He's just been knocking the shit out of him. Tay in the building. Right? He's going to knock the... And the threat of him going down to cruiserweight shook the whole world. He was just fucking around with y'all. So now Usyk is at heavyweight. I'm telling you, that's not AJ you're fighting, Alexander. All right, this is different. And now, and it's worse now because D's actually, his skill set has improved over the last 3 years. This is different. Now, I need y'all to understand something. If the fight is etched in stone, he's gonna knock the shit out of Usyk. It's not going 12. All right, respect to Usyk. I don't hate the guy. I know someone that knows him. Fine. But he's gonna knock the shit out of Usyk. When he knocks the shit out of Usyk, he'll have 3 belts. He'll be unified. Who has that 4th belt?
Take that!
We're right back where we need to be. D already said he want that smoke for a 4th time. And guess what happened? You think it's going to happen in the UK? Well, Fury can't fight in America. Don't think we ain't forget about that. Because he's a fucking drug-dealing piece of shit. It's going to happen in Saudi. Do you think Fury's going to be able to pull some bullshit in Saudi? Huh? You think so? You're wrong. It's going to be a fair fight. Brokest heavyweight in the world. No one knows him. Y'all want to play that who knows who game? You want to play that game now? Go to any hood in the USA. Go to the richest neighborhood in the USA. Start shaking hands and say, do you know who Alexander Usyk is? You're going to get the blankest stare you've ever seen in your life. Who? He's a Russian? Isn't that Putin's cousin? So you don't know who Usyk is. Do you know who Dmitry Bivol is? Do you know who Artur Beterbiev is? I just named 3 really great fighters. No one knows them. They don't get the same beef that Deontay Wilder, the American heavyweight champion, got. So we can play these games. It always comes back to y'all. Play these games if you want. After Usyk gets his head knocked into the 9th row, we're right back where we started from. You think D ain't gonna want that Fury smoke again? You already said he wanted. Y'all want to believe that little pound and a hug, and y'all want to make news of that? Make news of this. Do your video. See, I'm giving the haters content right now because, you know, niggas on my dick so hard they need a saddle. I'm giving you content. Hi, haters. Drew Titan is saying he wants Wilder to get obliterated again by Fury. Make your videos. You ain't got a creative bone in your body. Play the Cameron Duncan clip that I just played. Do that. I bet you won't. I'm racist. I bet you. Cameron Duncan said that. Do you even know who that is? You fucking cowards. Time reveals all truth. Fury gonna be stuck with that WBC belt. He's gonna have to make another decision. He's gonna get on and start talking. Oh, he don't want me. The Gypsy King's gonna kill him. Do it, nigga. Do it. Well, how you gonna feel when it's round 5 and you ain't got no juice in your veins? You ain't got that vein venom in your veins no more. How you gonna feel then? And when he knocked the shit out of Fury, what are you gonna say? He was old?
Oh.
There's a storm coming. All we wanted was a fair fight. Y'all know Tay Jones in the chat. Y'all know I told him. I said, yo, y'all know they changed the ref? He said, huh? I said, yeah. Ortega's not the ref no more. It's that other motherfucker. Morel? You know, the guy who allowed 1,000 low blows in the fight, was under investigation, got suspended. I did a video on it. Y'all didn't find that strange? Tay said, all right, oh well, we got to get him out of there in 4 rounds, which he did, and he fucked up the count. No more tricks. That shit is over. That shit's over. Well, I'm sorry. What you got on that? Mora, I'm sorry, Sergio Mora, not Sergio Mora. Mora, the fucking ref, that piece of shit. What you got on that, Elijah?
No, I mean, honestly, I'm just hearing about it, man. I'm taking it in. That shit is crazy.
Well, you know what? These are gems right now because as you move up the ladder,
Yeah.
you're gonna deal with shit like this.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I really feel like even my first loss, like just hearing what you're saying, like I'm really taking it in. I'm really trying to like even compare more so even to some of the instances that I've dealt with in my career so far. Like even me, you know, going because I've, you know, me, I'm a home wrecker. I always go to niggas backyards and beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never been new for me. I done it about 4 or 5 times. And one of my first times doing that, whatever, like I said, when I went over there, that was the first time that they didn't have nobody watching us wrap hands. They said it was cool for us to like wrap hands and all that without nobody watching.
Wait,
Wait,
hold on. I need you to say that again. I'm gonna hang back. Say that one more time.
Oh yeah, I said like when my first loss, I fought a kid named Giovanni Mieletti. Now I ain't accusing dude of cheating. I ain't saying none of that. All I'm saying that it was just mad sketch how we in his hometown or whatever. They didn't have nobody watching us rap hands. Nobody. Like they said it was cool for us to not peep that, inspect that. And that's the first fight I ever went to ever, like at all. I'm 16-2, so I got 18 fights. That was the first fight that happened, and the one and only time. And then it was just weird. Like even during the fight, they were like he had his damn shorts like way up to his damn nipples almost. Like he kept. I heard him with a body shot. I think it was like in the second or third round, because the first round he dropped me. He dropped me in the first round. Got back up, and I was like, yo. Ain't no way this kid hitting like that. I like I said, I had sparred Tank. I sparred with Tank several times. I know what that crack feel like. I'm like, no way is this dude hitting like this, man. Like I was like, hey, like he really had me on defense, and I'm like, wow. So I'm looking at that, but anyway, I fought through it. You know what I'm saying? Got back up. I'm catching the body, ripping body shots. Boom. Then next thing I noticed, his damn shorts is like way the fuck up here. And then I keep, you know, so then every time I hit him with a body shot, hey, low blow. They talking about, hey, low blow. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it was crazy. Then I even looked at after the fight was over, the score. They scored the fight crazy. Like I said, I fought that dude regardless of anything, you know, whether I lost or whatever. I fought that nigga. We had a fight. That wasn't no one-sided. You know, everybody can go on YouTube and watch it, you know, and you can, you know, see for yourself. So I mean, me just taking in what you're saying, I'm like, damn, like, wow, like.
Let me ask you a question. So y'all wrapped your hands. Was there anybody from his camp in your locker room?
No, not at all. Nobody.
And you ain't send nobody from your camp to his locker room.
They said don't worry about it. Straight up, they said y'all don't gotta watch each other wrap hands.
I hope y'all are listening to this. You see, this is the shit I'm talking. Was that what sanctioning body sponsored that fight?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was what's that? What was Brian? I think it was Halquist. Brian Halquist Promotions or some shit. I can't even remember dude's name, but all I know is that, you know, Mieletti, he getting ready to fight Isaac Cruz on
right.
I think they getting ready to fight soon. I think it might be in May or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? He's still undefeated. He doing his thing or whatever. So I mean, you know, but all I know, like I said, I didn't been in them trenches before, and all I know, I ain't never felt no, and not to be racial, but especially a white dude like that. Like I ain't gonna lie, he was cracking different, dude, and it was just and he's slow. It's not like he's an explosive puncher. Right. No, he just kind of just it just
kind of like robotic. It's like when you got touched, you was like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, Margarito was slow as fuck too, but what happens when he connected?
Exactly.
He was knocking people
exactly
silly.
Exactly.
You know, and then what did we find out later? He was cheating. Now, what sucks is you may never know, but you know what you've seen.
For sure.
You know what you've been through. Did y'all hear that? The brother's been in there with Tank. This dude that he's talking about, More than likely, y'all never even heard of this cat. But the man's been in there with Tank. Now, if he sit there and said, yo, Tank had me on the ropes and I was fucked up, we'd totally believe it. Because it's Tank. But who's this nigga that told me, he just said knocked him down. Who is this guy? We never heard of him. Well, he's about to fight Pitbull Cruz. I bet you Pitbull is in a level right now where he's in the mix. That glove shit, that hand wrap shit, I bet you his team no. We want to watch the hand wraps. This is a dirtbag game. But wait. If Elijah got cheated, is that his fault? Are we going to blame the victim? Because that's what they were doing to Deontay. What about Golden Johnson when he fought Antonio Margarito? Go back and watch that fight. He knocked the shit out of Golden Johnson. It was scary. Look at Miguel Cotto's face.
Yeah,
go back and watch that fight.
That was crazy.
Yeah. That was ridiculous. Where we thought we were just watching a classic boxer versus a puncher, come to find out, after Margarito started getting caught, we was like, yo, he did that shit to Cotto, and I'll do you one better than that. He did it to Kermit Cintron twice. And I'm gonna remind y'all, because Kermit did my show. Kermit, if he beats Margarito, which he clearly could have, had he not been jerked, he was supposed to fight Miguel Cotto on the weekend of the Puerto Rican Day Parade in Madison Square Garden. It was already being talked about. 2 Puerto Rican fighters on the Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. It wouldn't have got any better than that. Margarito fucked it up. Cheating. You see what I'm saying? But when we talk about shit like this, we're making excuses. No. Do you know you can die in there? Do y'all remember the video when Cotto spitting blood out his mouth and they put the camera on his wife and kids and his wife is crying and the kids are crying? I was like, damn. And then they were backstage and his wife was like, they were talking in Spanish. She was like, I want you to quit. And you know what he told his wife? This is all I know how to do. That shit hurt my heart. Word. And then I said, man, that's the game. And then when he tried to jerk Shane Mosley, salute to brother Nas, rest in power. And they caught him. I said, yo, he tried to kill Miguel, man. He cheated. He fucking cheated. He fucking cheated, man. What if Miguel died in that ring? These PEDs, hand wraps. Your man had the George Foreman trunks on right below his nipples. Are you kidding me? Paid off refs, paid off judges. Meanwhile, somebody could die. Y'all see Gerald McClellan right now? What really happened with him and Nigel Benn? Look at his fucking son now. His whole fucking head changed. Yeah, it's crazy out here in these streets. But when we talk about it, we're racist and everything else. Come on. Salute to Stormy B, man, in the super chat. He said Tio allegedly had COVID-19 because he was vacationing in Italy with his woman when he should have been quarantined. I forgot about that. The man said he had COVID, but he was in Italy. And they were still on lockdown. I forgot about that. You see? This is, man, salute to Steve Elder Mack. He said, talk your ish. Your own king, you know I'm rocking. Salute. That's my brother, Steve Elder Mack. He said, ask little brother where his fight gonna be. Where your fight gonna be, bro?
Oh, yeah, shout out Steven, man, for sure. But yeah, we're gonna be in Connecticut. I'm going once again, like I said, another home record. We're going to his backyard.
That's right up the highway from me.
Word up.
So I'm gonna take that drive,
we was actually supposed to fight in my backyard. We was gonna bring it home, you know what I'm saying, and everything, but they was bitching about or whatever, you know, making a whole funk about it, trying to be all particular, play the whole little no, we want to have some control, you know, trying to do all that bullshit, whatever. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Go ahead, I'll beat your ass in front of all your people, making mama cry.
You got to put him in the dirt in front of his family. Oh well,
yeah,
that's all it is. Salute to my brother Alfred. He said, if and when Wilder beats Usyk, it will be Fury versus Wilder 4 in Saudi for undisputed, and it's going to be worse than Pacquiao versus Marquez 4 ending. Bomb Squad. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, like I said, family, it's never on our time. It's never on our time. We're all looking around like, yo, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I'm telling y'all, God's up top like, I'm putting this motherfucker in the position. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Bailey said he had COVID-19. Listen, he's putting everything in the proper place. This is chess right now. And I want y'all to think about something. Y'all remember when we wanted AJ versus Wilder so bad? We wanted that fight so bad. We could have had Undisputed like 5 years ago. But Eddie Hearn was, you know, playing politics and nonsense. Y'all remember that? We wanted it so bad. Y'all remember that? Now, what if Deontay Wilder knocks AJ's head off and he's undisputed and the Fury fight still happens? Then Fury's undisputed. And now we got a mess. We got a mess. It wasn't meant to happen. And plus, come to find out, AJ ain't deserve all that shine. Come to find out, he's getting in the ring with Usyk, losing twice, having a nervous breakdown, throwing belts out the ring, crying. I've never seen a champion act like that and not be on drugs.
Yeah, dude got handled by by the Mexican too.
Yeah, he got handled by. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you this. You might not know, Elijah, but the night that he fought Andy Ruiz, I could have went to the fight. My boy that used to work at the Garden, he's since died. He died from COVID. He used to fight at the night that he was fighting at the Garden. I could have went, but I said, nah, I don't need to see that. So I was getting off work. My phone was blowing up. Right, my boy Thomas called me. My other boy at the Garden. When I got off the bus, I looked at my phone. I had like 40 like 10 missed calls and 40 texts, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I called Thomas. He said, you ain't see the fight? I said, nah, man, I went to work. He said, AJ lost. I said, you kidding? He said, yeah, he got dropped like 40 times. I said, what? So I said, all right, let me call you back. I called my boy. He said, man, you can't answer your phone. I said, man, you know I can't talk while I'm at work. What happened? He said, man, I was calling you. I was downstairs by the locker room. He said, your boy, that big British kid, he got fucked up. I said, okay. What happened? He says, nah, he was downstairs walking around with no shoes on, sweating and shit. I said, what? He said, yo, he looked like he had to take a poop. He kept coming in and out the locker room, no shoes on. He said, who's the tall British dude? White guy. Eddie Hearn. You know, Eddie Hearn like 6'5". He's tall. And I said, that got to be Eddie Hearn. He said he was on the phone talking about, I don't know. I was like, what? He says, yo, he looked confused. And when he went in the locker room when it's time for the ring walk, he came out with a fake smile and got to the ring. He said he dropped the fat boy. No disrespect to Andy, but he said he dropped the fat boy. Everyone thought it was going to be over. Next thing you know, the fat boy hit him with a hook. And he was in Boogie Wonderland. He said he never recouped after that. Yeah. So I said, wait a minute. Before the fight, how'd he look? He said, yo, he looked like he was sick. And after the fight, y'all, do y'all remember Eddie Hearn's face? He wasn't in on that shit. Y'all remember AJ's father ready to pounce on Eddie Hearn? And AJ had to get in between it and said, Dad, it's not them, it's me. I lost. But AJ Sr., his father, was like, I told them to stop the fight, cancel the fight, because he wasn't well. What do you mean he wasn't well? Maybe he drank some shit backstage that he wasn't supposed to drink and got poisoned. Dun, 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 dun. The same. In between the rounds, I watched the fight when I came home. I forget which round it is, but he's in the corner with his head down talking about, why do I feel this way? You drank something you wasn't supposed to drink. Yeah. But poisoning don't happen though, right? They didn't want AJ to go undefeated. They needed him to come up off those belts. You'll get him back, but we need you to have that L. These demons make statements. These demons make statements. Okay? Because the same symptoms that kid had was the exact same symptoms that Deontay Wilder had when he fought Fury the second time. The same one. Y'all want to keep calling me a liar? Go ahead. Elijah just said that was the first time they said, no, we don't need to watch the hand wraps. And he's getting dropped by a hard-hitting Ivan Drago lookalike with shorts up to his goddamn titties. Cheating ain't in boxing? Ask Franchon Cruz DAZN. Do I have to go down here with y'all? Have to go down this road? All we said was, hey, Mauricio, was Alejandro Jimenez tested?
Oh shit, that was great, yo. Yo, I've been watching that fight live, yo. That was wow,
bro. Was that Alejandro or was that Jaime Munguia she was fighting? I said, what the fuck? I said, yo, what? No, he said, and he fired on the fans. He said, you're bullying her because she's gay. Well, look, it's kind of obvious she's gay. She came to the ring with her girlfriend. But we're not talking about that. The bitch looked like a fucking bodybuilder. All we're asking is, what was the drug testing? He never answered. All he said is she has a child. He knows she's a biological woman. I said, fine. But was she tested? And what did we find out later? She popped. Well, there's a problem right there. She's trying to grow a dick.
This should be in the trash.
Yes. And did he say sorry? Did he say apologize to the people who support the WBC? No. It took him about 4 or 5 months to get Franchon Cruz DAZN her fucking belt back. And we haven't heard from Alejandro Jimenez since.
It's a fact.
There you go with the WBC. I can go on and on about the WBC, but I'm not. I don't have to. Because who's the WBC champion right now? Tyson Fury. You know, Daniel Kinahan. Do I need to go there? I don't need to go there. Y'all know. I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Y'all know. Y'all know what time it is. MTK Global. What happened to them? Wait. I'm looking. I can't find them. MTK Global.
What?
What happened? Tyson Fury, the American champion, the WBC champion, can't travel to America? Huh? What? Y'all still want to talk to me? No. Have a nice hot cup of shut the fuck up. You will never win this. Usyk, just step up to the plate. Let's get it. He's not beating Deontay. Make your content, haters. He's not beating Deontay. Oh, what is Drew Titan gonna say if when Usyk beat Deontay? Sign the contract. Sign the contract, dude. Now, I don't know if the fight's happening next. You could get Usyk and Joe Joyce. I'm just saying that what we know is not happening is an undisputed matchup because of the lack of star power. Ain't no one stressing that. How many times ESPN mentioned those two men in the same sentence? I rest my mother skunked case, man. Smash my like button. Yeah. But that's interesting, brother. You got to go to someone else's backyard and beat them. It's at Mohegan Sun. This fight's at. Let me pull this up right here.
Yeah, Mohegan. Yep.
I ain't been there since. Yo, wanna know how old I am? I ain't been there since it opened. A long time ago, man.
Word.
Yeah. So, what do you know about Tremaine?
You said know about what?
What do you know about your opponent? What do you know about Tremaine?
Oh, actually, it's funny. We and him, we went to camp. We was in camp together. We was actually stablemates when we was helping JoJo get ready for Tevin Farmer.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my roommate. So I mean, we know each other and everything. But what was funny is that I think, you know, it's just funny how life works. But I think Bull, he really kind of taking me light. I feel like he overlooked, you know, he feel like, see, back then, well, you know, let me disclaim this, like, I'm very untapped, bro. Like, I I don't have nowhere near the experience as most of these guys have. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was amateur, my junior and senior year, those are my two most prevalent years in amateurs, and I was already starting to place in national tournaments. I qualified for the Olympic trials for 2016, all of that in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? If I would have stayed amateur, I know without a doubt I would have been a 2020 Olympian if I would have turned pro. But you know, God had other plans. I had my daughter. You know, I had to you know, assume that responsibility, and I turned pro. I got scared. I was like, man, I gotta provide for this little girl. So,
I got you.
You know, end of the day. But you know, so even during that time when I was working with JoJo and them, you know, I was good, but you know, I'm still learning. So I had to grow. You know, then he's about 4 years older than me. He's like 30, 31 now. So you know, he didn't kind of already hit his peak. You know, even when he lost he already fought for the WBO title against Angelo Leo and lost. You know what I'm saying? But so you know, it's my time, man. Like I said, I done grown tremendously. I'm the one, and I'm really him. They gonna see though. Like I said, I've been overlooked, underrated my whole career. Like I said, even from the trials until now. You know what I'm saying? I'd always kind of been put on that back burner. Nobody never really wanted to give me a shot. And every time I was close to finally achieving, you know, that success that I've been hungering for, it always was tarnished by either me being too trusting to those closest to me, or you know, just other outside bullshit. So now, obviously, me growing it and becoming a wise and seasoned professional and man, you know, I'm a young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused. I got all my shit together. I got the right team, and nobody ain't gonna be the focused Elijah Pierce, man. Ain't none of these guys at 22 fuck with me. And that's just a fact. Like I said, and I'm ready to prove it. I talk a lot of shit, but I back it all up. That's why I give gifts to these niggas every time I fight. I give them a gift right before the fight, and everything I say, it happens right after.
Bro, I'm rooting for you, man.
What right there? When I fought that nigga, I told that boy, I said, "Hey, man," like, cause he thought he was gonna just jump off the porch after not fighting. I think he didn't fight for like almost a year or something like that. He thought he was gonna just jump off the porch and beat me. Well, I do. I'm telling you like this, bro. Like, you stepping in there with somebody who done already been through them trenches. I'm like, you not willing to go to a place I'm willing to go with this. Like, I'll kill you in there. Like, and not have no remorse about it. You know, it's not out of maliciousness or out of disrespect, anything. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You a brother to me at the end of the day, because you trying to fight for yours just like I'm trying to fight for mine. But I'll kill for mine. You feel me? So that's just what it is. And I was like, nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass in front of your mama, your daddy, your girlfriend, your side chick, whoever else you bring to the fight. And boom. And I said, because you talk, you know what I'm saying? They gonna bring that stretcher out for you too. And that's exactly what happened. After that, after I knocked his ass through them ropes, had him looking like Martin, they brought that stretcher out. No cap.
Now you see, they you don't put it out there in the universe. So now when you actually start moving up in the ranks, they're gonna dig this up. They're gonna say, oh, he said he wants to kill somebody. Remember how they did Deontay?
Yeah.
Oh, he said he wanted a body in the ring, and the WBC lost the whole investigation. Launch it, stupid. Shit. We can make a mixtape of what fighters have said over the years, man. Stop it. This is boxing. We're animals for wanting to see it, right? We're animals.
Word.
We animals. We want the LB, what up? We want the knockout. We want to see people get put to sleep. We're animals who want to watch it. Investigate what? By the way, 30 for 30's back. Everyone should be doing 30 push-ups for 30 days. Yes. That was a sidebar. Yes. We're animals for wanting this. It's boxing, y'all. We hate the sport, but we love the sport. Hell yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. Man, look, man. I'll be on your gram watching your work, man. This shit is dope, man.
I mean, go to the first video.
At the top?
Yeah.
This one?
No, yeah, the first one, yeah.
Is that a Happy Meal?
Yeah, told that boy I'm finna knock all the happy out your ass.
Just so you know.
I'm in danger.
The very next evening.
Okay.
Oh, oh no.
Later that same evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh! Jefferson's hurt again. Back in the corner.
Oh
1 week later.
You 7-1 and you thought it was smart to take a step up fight with me? You done fucked up.
Yes, sir.
Really, nigga?
Oh, he's got something for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Give me a bucket of fries, 2 chitlins, and a bowl of shrimp fly feet.
Yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. You listen. Listen, man. This is what boxing needs. You see, because you're a showman. You're a showman. And you're gonna show these men.
Absolutely.
You dig? Did you give him a Happy Meal, son? Oh my God, that is just disrespectful. But hey, if they don't like it, stop it.
He ain't make weight either. That was the funniest part about it, dude. And he ain't make weight.
He ain't make weight?
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, nah. You see, this Cat's asking for your IG. I'm gonna put the IG in the chat right now. Y'all make sure y'all go follow this good brother right here.
Hey, sure.
Gave him a
All
happy-
love, man. All the Drew Titan supporters, man. Like I said, Drew, that's my guy for sure.
Yo, he gave him a Happy Meal. That's funny. Oh my God, man.
You gonna see what I and next for the mighty midget. I got something for him too.
Who's the mighty midget?
That's Tremaine.
Tremaine. Yo, listen, man. I gotta make it up to Mohegan Sun. That fight's on is that a Friday or a Saturday?
It's the same day as Tank and Ryan. Yeah, that same Saturday, the 22nd, April 22nd.
All right, well, I ain't gonna make Tank Ryan, obviously, so I'll be at Mohegan Sun.
Yes, sir.
Way up there, man. God damn, that's funny.
You doing it.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I mean, you know I'm rooting for you, bro. I'm rooting for you straight up and down, man. Because we need some new blood, man, because like I said, there's a handful of fighters we support.
Who in the 122 pound division? I mean, even Fulton per se, like I said, and I give respect to Fulton. Fulton, he a very, very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's slick and all that, do his thing. But who at that division, like there ain't, like you said, ain't no star power, bro. Ain't none of these dudes. They not bringing nothing to the game. They not bringing nothing fresh. They boring as hell. Like I said, they're all these guys. Even to me, the top guys. I mean, they just boring, man. Ain't nobody doing shit. Ain't nobody got nothing special that separates them from any other fighter. That's what I'm
looking at it right now.
Trying to bring something new.
Outside of Anui, who just got there, and Cool Boy and Marujin Akhmedelev, nobody recognizes anybody here. Sam Goodman, Louis Neri, I know who that is.
I tried to get him. He don't want no smoke.
Who, Neri?
No, Goodman, Sam Goodman. He don't want no smoke.
Goodman.
Like I said, them British guys, none of them, they don't want no smoke with me. I didn't try to get word from them from 22 to 130. None of them don't want no smoke with me for sure.
Wait a minute, from 22 to 130?
Yes.
Let me go up to 126. Same thing. Mauricio Lara, he's a WBA champion. Ray Vargas, WBC at 126. Louis Lopez. WBO is vacant, but number one is Isaac Dogbe. No. The African. Now, that guy. Yo,
what about people? I think what's the name? I think Magdaleno. I think Magdaleno and what's the kid name? I had beef with him. Raymond Ford. I think he had 27.
Raymond Ford. He's number 3 in the WBA.
Yeah. Me and that, I had smoke with him. I want that motherfucker head. I beat the fuck out that boy.
Where he fight out of?
I think I don't know where. I don't remember where he's from. I think he might be from Ohio or something. I think I don't know, but I want mine getting him. Me and him. I didn't try to get him. These people they don't want me to get that work with him.
He got something lined up.
Yeah. He like I said, he better fight Jesse Magdaleno.
All right. If he
but
win
even
that fight,
even before then, when he didn't have no work, they was ducking. But,
well, you know what we do over here, because if he win his next fight, you know what we gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, just like last time. I mean, we had the whole list.
Yeah,
whole list.
We was in brothers DMs, man.
Word. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't ducking no smoke from nobody. So end of the day,
Echelon says
after I
shoot,
put,
shoot.
You know, we going for the top spot.
Said, what about Shushu?
Oh, that's my dog. Me and Shu, that's my boy. I mean, you know, I would love to have that fight down the line. We've already talked about it. You know what I'm saying? If we can make it work down the line, you know what I'm saying, for a belt, and we can get some money out of it for sure. I was actually supposed to go to Kent with him for his April 8th fight, but you know what I'm saying, I got some other stuff lined up. So
yeah, Steve L, I remember you wrote all them cats. Now listen, you can make 130 comfortable.
Oh no, I mean that's the thing. I'm like I said, I'm natural 22. You feel me? Like I can fight 20, obviously make 22, but 30 I always fought up because I'm still cracking. That's my last couple of fights been at 30 just because it don't phase me. Like I said, the all that shit don't matter to me, dude. I mean, of course I had to be smarter about it though, because you know when you fighting the top dogs, of course they're gonna have the size advantage over me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and they just as good, just as strong, whatever with type of stuff situation. So it's just all about being smart. And I never knew about none of that beforehand.
True story, because I'm looking at 130. Friend of the Strong House, you got Oshaki Foster, who just had his coming out party.
Yeah. Shout out, Shaq. Yeah. And me and him, like I said, hopefully we're gonna get some camp work in together too, some sparring work. Like I said, me and him, we talk. We real cool. He a real cool dude.
Dope, man. That's our guy too, man. And it's not always about malice. It's about breaking bread too. And he had a hell of a performance, man. I'm so happy for that brother.
Word,
man. And 130, it's an interesting division, man. You got 4 different champions, and right now, somebody got to unify. There has to be, undisputed is how you clean shit up.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to clean up. You got 4 different champions at 130. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was saying. If you can't get no work from 122, 126, you head up to 130 and make some noise. You know what I'm saying?
No,
a lot of names in there.
That's what this fight right here, what I'm about to have at the Mohegan, like I said, this gonna set the stage right here. Like I said, I'm taking over 22 for a fact. I mean, like I said, y'all, you heard it here first. That's mine. 22 is mine.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go cover that. I'm definitely gonna go cover that, man. So 122, 126 is optional. I always look at those smaller weights. And I know weight loss in boxing is more of a science. If you do it wrong, you can really fuck yourself up badly.
Bad, real bad.
Really bad. You might look good on the scale to some people, but as an athlete, you can tell when someone doesn't look good. And it's like he made the weight, but his face look all sunk in, and he's on there looking all messed up and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Thriller and shit.
Yeah, man, you look like Thriller, Michael Jackson and Thriller and shit. So yeah, it's all about being comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why we talking about Devin. You know, after he's done, you know, with Lomachenko, he don't have to fight Tank, because I got Tank knocking the shit out of Ryan.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too.
Go ahead.
I kind of touched on it a little yesterday and everything. Mm-hmm. So, but I wasn't able to make it. But I definitely wanted to ask you about that too.
Man.
I think, you know, I'm pulling for Ryan just because me. I'm always gonna go for underdog. That's just me at heart. I'm always gonna go for underdog.
But he's the underdog. He's the underdog.
Yeah. So I'm always gonna rock with the underdog for sure. But you know what I'm saying, nothing against Tank though. Like I said, I didn't got to work with Tank. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really care for Tank, you know what I'm saying? Like as a person, I feel like he kind of a goofy ass nigga to me. But you know what I'm saying? Dude, I mean, you can't take away Tank's skills. Tank is Tank for a reason, you know what I'm saying? They call him Tank, motherfucking crack. You know, I done been in the ring with him several times. I got work with him, all of that, as y'all can see on the post or whatever. And, you know, we didn't have our little, you know, verbal altercations or whatever. So, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm hoping Ryan can pull it out though.
But can he?
I mean, with all that weight shit, how you feel about all the little weight? I mean, I get it. Like, you know, he signed a contract and all that, but at the same time, people can't discredit the fact that people, the fans and shit, y'all they be choosy, man. They be choosy as fuck. Cause I know for a fact, if he didn't sign it, whatever, they definitely, he ducking just like last time. He ducking. They would have cooked his ass.
Here's my take on it. First of all, this weight thing, I tried to ignore it, but it's everywhere. And here's what I'll say. Okay, well, he signed the contract. Yeah. But I heard something very weird about 2 days ago. Did this motherfucker say that it's in the contract that he can't eat during a certain time of day and they only want him having water?
This is I mean, he said he was low key joking or whatever, but I don't know, but I was laughing when I seen that.
I was like, and I wanted to ask you, because you're the professional. Maybe there's some, look, I don't know everything. Yeah. So let me ask you, have you ever heard or seen a contract where they say, okay, you agree to fight, but you are only allowed to eat tilapia for 4 weeks? You know, what the fuck? Yeah, I saw it. Salute, Steve. I saw it on Salute the Champ side. Press 1 for Champ side. I saw that. I said, yo. And then I saw Blue. It was like, yo, I don't know if this is real, but Blue Blood was like, if this is real, this is insane.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, I couldn't tell, because he said he was joking to an extent. So I don't know what part he was really, you know, serious about. But I don't know. To me, he's saying that, oh, well, Ryan's naturally bigger and all that shit. But to me, I don't know. To me, it's some whole shit to me. That's just me personally. I can't look at it no other way, because it's like, okay, you fought Barrios at 40. You weight drained Barrios or whatever. You know, you fought him at 40. Now, but you don't want to fight Ryan. You didn't want to fight Ryan at 40. Trying to say, oh, well, we're at the 135ers. Why we can't fight at, you know, what? I mean, at the end of the day, you the knockout artist. You the one, like I said, you didn't already put somebody up at 40 already. So to me, I don't see why it's that much of a big deal for him. You know, I just feel like it's all a little control game, trying to play that whole, I don't know. To me, it's kind of some whole shit. But
it's hard. It's hard for me to believe what Ryan says. It's very difficult, because this guy he's pump faked the sport out of his shoes and socks.
Yeah.
I mean, he was supposed to be fighting Tank 3 years ago. He's supposed to be fighting Devin 3 years ago. He was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao in a exhibition. Pacquiao's legal team had to reach out to him and say, yo, please stop using our name. You're lying. We never spoke.
Oh,
and then you know, he broke his hand, and then he was having a mental collapse.
Breakdown. So that's why I can't.
You know, what's going on with him. And then he left Canelo's camp, and then Canelo saying, yo, this kid don't put in the work he's supposed to put in. So I'm like, what's going on with him? And now he's finally getting what he asked for, and he's complaining about weight. You know, now, true, I really don't care. There's no belt involved in this. And I did ask, I said, look, Why not fight at 140 if Ryan has a problem making 135? But I do recall him saying he wanted Lomachenko at 135. You know what I'm saying? Where did he think he was fighting Devin? It was 135. So Tank is the A side in this situation, you know. So he's like, you know, why should I go up to you? You come to me. That's just business, you know. And there's no belt involved, so they could play games with the weight. So now they're meeting at 136, which is retarded. The whole thing is stupid to me, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I mean, I need Ryan to go away. I need Ryan to go away because of how he's conducting himself, and I think that he has a lot of unnecessary shine. Case in point, he hasn't done as much as you, but he has all of these goddamn Instagram followers, and people love his slick hair. He looked like the missing member of Menudo. You know, he has the good looks of a prime Oscar minus the resume. And somehow he gets a Tank Davis payday. It's not right. It's not right.
I mean, man,
if what the fuck has he done to deserve anything was a person, it's Ryan Garcia. It's Ryan Garcia. Who are you? And Champ side, I watched his video. It was like a film study. He put it out last night. Family, if y'all watch that video, y'all gonna see. Look, you don't have to be a brain. You don't have to know shit about boxing, and you're gonna be asking, why his hands down? Anytime he threw a punch, his hands are down. Now look, here's my disclaimer. It's boxing. For all we know, the bell could ring, and somewhere between rounds 1 and 12, he could land something. And Tank won't recover. We've seen weirder shit. I mean, after we saw Douglas Tyson, I remember exactly what I was doing that night when that fight happened. I remember exactly where I was. I remember watching it like, because they sold us that Mike Tyson was unbeatable. And then James went in there and beat him like a drum. That's what he did.
Word.
And we didn't know that his corner was fucked up. They got a goddamn bag, a medical glove with water in it as an end swell. We didn't know all of that. We found that out later. But after that, I brought that up to say this. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Did we think Antonio Tarver was going to knock Roy Jones out in the second round in their rematch? We didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And that shit happened. I was like, oh, shit. When I saw Antonio Tarver in Vegas, I told him, man, I've been wanting to tell Antonio that story since it happened. That was like the illest night. Look, I got to tell you this story, man. The night that happened, I was also heavily into the NBA. I am not a Laker fan, although I'm wearing yellow right now. The irony. I am not a Laker fan. That was the Kobe and Shaq era. Yeah. They were playing the San Antonio Spurs. If the Spurs get past the Lakers, they go into the chip. Right? Roy Jones is in the ring walk. He was looking pissed off. I said, ooh, he's settled into 175 because he just came back down from heavyweight. Now he's healthy. Antonio's going to get this work now. I switched back because I bought the pay-per-view. I switched back to NBC. They're tied. Or they may have been tied, or the Spurs might have been up 1 point. Right? Spurs are about to win. I switched back. They're making the announcement. Right? I switched back. They had a commercial. I turned back. Round one, I watched round one, whatever. Right? Roy won round one easy. Right? I switched back to the Laker game. They inbound the fucking ball to Derek Fisher. He fucking throws it up with the left. Fuck all net. It didn't even touch the net. I don't recall it hitting the net. He runs off the floor. 0 seconds on the clock. They beat the Spurs. I'm pissed. I'm like, oh shit. Tim Duncan standing there looking around like, yo, did that count? Yeah. and they ran off the floor. And I said, fuck! I turned back. Round 2. Roy didn't do nothing wrong. It's just that Tony's punch landed first. Yeah. That's it. Roy goes down. and the camera's overhead, and when he looked up, his eyes was looking in two different directions. I said, wait a minute. He ain't gonna make it. He got up, he tried. He fell on his face. I said, oh shit, fight over.
Oh,
that was my boy's birthday. We was all in the house. We had food and everything else, and we standing there. And my other boy looks, he says, wait a minute. The Lakers just won. And Roy got knocked out in the second round. Nigga, you got a present.
What?
It was an eerie silence. I'm sitting down eating my chicken wing. I done bit my thumb, made my thumb bleed. It was crazy. So you know what? Get out. Everyone go home. I'm done. I was done. I was like, fuck sports for the rest of the year. I'm done. I was so like, I was messed up. And when I saw Antonio Tarver in Vegas, I said, man, I don't know whether to body slam you or just laugh, man. He said, what'd I do? I said, you know what you did? He said, oh, Roy, right? I swear to God he said that. I said, you know what you did, man? I said, hey, man. I was like, God damn, I will never forget that night. I will never forget that night. It's funny now, but when it happened, I'm like, fuck. That was like crazy.
Man.
That was fucked up. But I had to share that story, man. But anything can happen in boxing. So Ryan could go in there and land something. We don't know. You know, we don't know. Anything can happen. But
I mean, I know Tank, he definitely got a better toolbox. He got more in the toolbox for sure. I mean, and then like I said, just with the whole weight, I mean, like I said, that weight shit, dude, it ain't no joke. Like I said, I know from my own personal experiences, just from bad weight cuts or whatever. I think I've only missed weight one time, and it was maybe by a pound. But like so I always try to make sure I'm very professional when it comes to that. But I know how effective it can be, and I'm Tank, man, and the way Tank cracked.
How do you see it? I mean, I know you're rooting for the underdog, and that's cool. And you and Tank had words, so I know where it's coming from. So that's cool. But how do you see it playing out?
No, I mean,
do you see Ryan having the tools to get it done?
I'm a realist too. So at the end of the day, like I said, Tank is definitely like, you know, I can see why he would be the favorite. Like, absolutely. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? That's all where I'm just saying it's just an underdog thing for me just because that's just who I am. But yeah, I mean, if you just look at it realistically, I mean, come on, dude. Like, okay.
How do you think it plays out?
I think
round by round, how do you think it plays out?
It's either gonna be a late stoppage for Tank, probably like I want to say probably like 7th, 8th round, maybe, you know, could even be sooner, but I want to say about 7th, 8th round to KO, or Garcia's gonna, you know, he can box him. He's gonna either catch Tank and hurt him, but I don't think he's gonna stop Tank though. I don't think he can stop Tank. But like I said, I'm not sure, but I don't see that happening just because, you know, Tank, I'm not exactly sure because his chin hasn't really been tested like that either. But just kind of knowing how Tank is, like he literally he takes shots to give a shot. You know what I'm saying? He gonna eat some shit to give it because he know he got the equalizer. So I mean, that's the main thing. I probably say more so just a knockout, 8th round knockout for Tank, and then if not, I think Garcia can squeeze out a decision if he stick to the game plan and he, you know, he fights smart.
What would he need to do to compete with Tank and probably go to the cars and get a decision?
He definitely gonna have to keep him use that jab for sure. Definitely got to use the jab, keep him at bay. Of course, the check hook. He gonna have to, but the way it's like. See, one thing about Tank, he does know how to adjust. Because, like, even when I sparred with Tank, the first time we sparred, he kept running into my check. I was eating his ass up with a check hook. I mean, literally, just every time he tried to come in, boom, check hook, every single. And that's Ryan's special. That's just. But you know, of course, Tank already know that that's Ryan's signature punch. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to counter everything off the hook. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just gonna be him doubling up and doubling up the jab and making sure that he's rocking side to side. And then whenever he, like you said, he come in, catch him. But he's gonna have to make sure he's throwing more than one shot too. And he can't just think he's gonna throw that one hard shot and hurt Tank. He's definitely gonna have to put them together. And Rich, I haven't really seen him do much of too, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see, and I definitely think it's gonna be a great ass fight either way.
Yeah, I haven't. And this is what drives me crazy. What drives all of us crazy is that we don't understand why Ryan is getting all this shine because we haven't seen him tested. I can't gauge his skill set.
Yeah, that's a fact. I can't argue with you on that one at all. Like
I can't gauge it. I have nothing to gauge this guy on. I mean, he fought Luke Campbell and got dropped. He came back and won with a body shot. I said, okay, but I wanted to see more. And it was after that fight, that's where the games began. I said, what is this? Is he getting a glorified sparring session with Manny Pacquiao? Why is he doing that? Is he fighting Devin or not? Why is he doing that? I saw a video with him sparring. It was a hard sparring with him and Rolly Romero. And Rolly was throwing his ass around the ring. So I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. I can't gauge this guy because sparring can be different. Yeah. But I have nothing to gauge him on because he hasn't done anything. And now he's in there with Tank, and what are we gauging him on? Off of a Rolly Romero sparring session when they was wrestling and rolling around on the floor, over him getting knocked on his ass by Luke Campbell, over him beating up on Javier Fortuna, who's been done. I haven't seen anything on him other than him being a physical specimen for 135 or 140 because he's tall. He's almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. This is great. I don't mean to cut you out. This is a great fight. I just wanted to ask you as far as even on Tank's behalf too, because that's something like I heard like De La Hoya, I guess, and a couple other people say that Tank he's the face of boxing or whatever, or about to be the face of boxing, I guess, when Canelo goes, whatever. Now, to me, only thing I can attribute that is from the Floyd effect. That's it. Because I mean, without Floyd, I don't understand that. Because what is Tank? Who has Tank really beat either? I mean, I'm looking at both of them, both their resumes. Tank ain't beat shit either. So I'm trying to understand how is he the face of boxing now?
Face of boxing? I'm no. I wouldn't call him the face of boxing at all. I mean, we're in an era where,
man, that's no hate, no shade, none of that.
No. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Face of boxing. I think we're in an era. Well, it's the same conversation we're having that also applies to Ryan. It's like, how is he getting a Tank fight? Because of Instagram followers? Because he hasn't done anything, But to say the Tank is the face of boxing, I don't see it. Everyone can question Tank's resume, right? It's just as mind-boggling as I'm looking for Tank to go straight to the Devin Haney fight after he obliterates Ryan.
Yeah. But
going into that fight, how the fuck is Tank gonna be the A side when Devin is undisputed?
Exactly. That part had me like, what?
It's like, what? But that's the reality of it. And it sucks. It sucks, man. You're like, wait a minute. None of this makes sense. But watch this. I was just saying a while ago. You got 4 undefeated white fighters. All of them are champion. All 4 of them are 1 fight away from undisputed, and nobody's talking about it. Meanwhile, it was a bigger story that Deontay Wilder was in Dubai cutting a deal. That overshadowed everything. Him dapping it up with Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia was a bigger story than anything in boxing. And it's like, huh? What's going on? What's really good? So I understand, the confusement of it. It's very confusing. It's very, very confusing. But this is the sport. You've done more than Ryan Garcia. How the hell is Ryan Garcia, ESPN talking about him? It's not right. It's not right. You have the options 122 to 130. Nobody wants no smoke. How the fuck is no one talking about you more? See, these people are not real boxing fans. You got to do shit to appeal to the casuals, which is why I like the fact that you're bringing gifts to these opponents before you beat on their ass. And when I see it from someone else, I'm calling them out on it because somebody gonna try and jack your style. I know it.
No, I mean, I'm seeing it more. I'm seeing it already. Like even when it comes, I promise you, I was not seeing nobody in one. Let me go ahead and disclaim this too. I love Emmanuel Augustus.
That's the guy.
He's the influence, but I am not copying that man.
Right.
I came up with my own shit. I mean, meaning by that, I have infused dancing, actual freestyle dancing. I dance I've infused dancing, capoeira, Brazilian dance fighting, and other, and other, just other different aspects, different influences from Floyd, from Orlando Canizales, Salvador Sanchez, from, just different elements of footwork. I mean, all this stuff, this is all masterminded by me, myself, and my dad. You know what I'm saying? My dad laid the foundation and I just built on top of it, straight up. That's where all this came from. So I know a lot of people, they love to attribute my style to Emmanuel Augustus. It's not. But at the same time, I'm starting to see that a lot of fighters are trying to kind of fight like that now. Ever since I really started putting out videos and I'm showcasing that, I never used to see it. Now I see everybody trying to fight like that now. It's crazy. I'm like, I see highlights all the time. People trying to diplo dance.
Diplo, yep.
Like,
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's flattering.
I'm gonna tell you something. We my brother Trick Nolte, he spoke to Emmanuel. He spoke to him, and you know what happened with him. So it's kind of hard for him to. He has someone that like speaks on his behalf.
Right.
I'm gonna see how that works out to try and get him on the show. Just so people can see how he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the event I could do that, I definitely need to have you on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. That's dope as hell.
He's not, of course he's not right because he took a bullet to the head.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy he's still around. Yo, we got to pack this up because the General's on. 78 Sports TV's on right now. Just one more time, don't know where they can find you as I'm putting your Instagram in the chat again.
No doubt, man. Like I said, appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Elijah_Pierce. I can peep my name right here on the tag. On Twitter at WXXLFIE Wolfie. And man, like I said, April 22nd, another home wrecking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to witness the manifestation of greatness, man. Like I said, this is my story. I can't, I didn't went through a lot of hardships during my career thus far. I'm young, but I refuse to give up. And like I said, I'll die before that shit happen. And I got a youngin' to take care of. So I appreciate everybody's support. Y'all continue to follow me, and I'm definitely gonna continue to give y'all great performances one after the other until I get to the, and I'm gonna get to that belt soon. Stay tuned.
We're gonna be right there with you, good brother. We're gonna be right there with you, man. Salute to you, brother. And I'm gonna be in touch. I'm gonna make that drive up to Mohegan Sun, most definitely, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow Elijah Pierce on all his social media platforms. You know what I mean? And you already know what time it is. The General's on. He's cooking on this Usyk and Wilder situation. Look, I'm hoping it's a situation. You know what I mean? I'm about to go hit up my mom's and take care of her today. And you already know. General's on, y'all. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.